You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below, and be sure to smash that like button.
Friday, Brian Kelly continues this heater on the recruiting trail. Tigers have picked up another commit for the class of 2024. It is wide receiver Jelani Watkins out of the Houston area. I'll give you the specifics here. We'll give you the rundown and sort of some big picture takeaways. Jelani Watkins is a 5'9", 160-pound receiver out of Klein Forest in Houston. He's a four-star. He's rated number 112 nationally by 24/7 Sports. In the composite, he's 176 nationally, but a four-star in both. Had offers from LSU, Arizona, Arizona State, and heard of others, Arkansas, Baylor. So Jelani Watkins commits to LSU. Small guy, but the thing that stands out is the speed. He's a track guy as well. He has verified times in the 100 meters of 10.33 seconds and in the 200 meters of 20.39 seconds. So you were talking about a dude that was the 200-meter state champ in Texas as a junior. He was 0.3 of a second faster than second place, so he dusted his competition. And he was sixth in the Class 6A track meet in the 200 meters as a freshman. So you're talking about a dude that has elite top-end speed, a smaller receiver at 5'9", 160, but you would think certainly room to grow. Very similar in size and stature to Aaron Anderson. A guy in a car in New Orleans at LSU, certainly wanted to come out of high school, that picked Alabama and now is transferred to LSU and is already making waves as a receiver and as a returner. A couple of other things that stand out about this commit in particular. Number one, he's from the Houston area. And we know how much LSU has just feasted recruiting in the Houston area over the years. It is the reason why LSU continues to want to go play season opener games there. Of course, they played Wisconsin there in 2014. They were scheduled, you remember, to play BYU in Houston in 2017, but Hurricane Harvey moved that game to the Superdome in New Orleans. LSU is also scheduled in a couple of years to go play their season opener against the University of Houston, who will be in the Big 12 at the time, in Houston at Reliance Stadium. So LSU loves. It's the largest alumni base outside of Louisiana in Houston. So LSU just serves that area well, from Russell Shepard to Caleb Chasson, and we can go on and on and on from the number of players that LSU has gone into Houston and recruited out, and now they've got another one in Jelani Watkins. Also, Jelani Watkins was recruited by receiver coach Cortez Hankton, but also Sherman Wilson. And earlier this week, we talked about LSU's off-field support staff and how guys like J.R. Belton, like Jordan Arsama, like Sherman Wilson, how important they are in the recruiting process. And this came up because you, in particular with Jimmy Lindsey taking a medical leave, and again, we certainly hope Coach Lindsey's okay, but people were asking, with him out, does that hurt him recruiting at this time of year? And it's not to say that it's a good thing. It certainly isn't. We certainly want his health to be fine. But the thing that often isn't seen is how much work the off-field staff, the non-coaching staff does, the support staff does in recruiting. So often those are the guys that are working the phones, that are communicating with the recruits a ton, that are setting the board with the approval of Coach Kelly and the rest of the staff, that are organizing the recruiting visits, that are organizing the on-campus meetings, that are organizing things like the Bayou Splash. So when you see that, yes, Cortez Hankton was involved, but so was Sherman Wilson. So it's critical to have that support staff there as well. When you look at this class as a whole for 2024, as it now is, it was continuing to build. The 2024 class for LSU is now at 22 commitments. The composite rank is 9, so the 9th best class in the country. That's 22 commitments, led by guys like Deshaun McBride and Kai Bates, Kylan Billiot, Tradez Green, and then Jelani Watkins right there, according to the 24/7 composite, is the 5th highest ranked prospect in this class at number 112 in the country. So a big-time wide receiver prospect that it might be small in stature, but elite top-end speed and the guy that a lot of major programs wanted. And you can tell that we've talked a lot this week, given the first couple of days of practice, we've gotten to see the LSU receivers do what they've done so far, which has been so impressive. But that group is just going to continue churning. And after this season, you're certainly assuming that you're going to lose Malik Neighbors to the draft after this year. You could lose Brian Thomas to the draft after this year. Kyron Lacey, will be done with his eligibility. I guess he could come back, but likely after this year, you lose Kyron Lacey. So you'll see in 2024, you'll see the next wave of receivers probably have that opportunity to step up and play a big role. Some of the young guys this year, like a Kyle Parker, a Shelton Sampson, Kai Preon, Aaron Anderson, who transferred in. You're going to see a lot of those guys have the opportunity next year to take that big step up, and then you supplement with these young guys coming behind them. And you can tell the skill set that Jelani Watkins has and why he'd be appealing. So Jelani Watkins becomes commit number 22 for LSU's class of 2024, now 9th in the country. And next week should be a massive week for LSU, of course, with two of the biggest players on their board, including the number one player in the country, and Colin Simmons set to announce. So, and Caden Durham, the running back as well. So we should know that by Thursday. So what is already a top 10 class and one of the best classes in the country could become maybe the best class in the country by the end of next week.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.